Greetings, Miskatonic Repository. I was going through my old notes trying to find the first reference to writing a Carcosa guide. That's usually how my writing process starts. In a notebook, I'll jot down a concept like Carcosa guide, along with a whole bunch of others. Then I'll pick one and maybe start laying out what I call an idea bank. An idea bank for me is just a list of things I think are cool that could go into this concept. For the Carcosa guide, that might be things like Silent Hill, as in the video series, or masks, or maybe mummified dancers that cut you apart. I'll keep adding to this idea bank, knowing that not all these ideas are going to be included, but then again, that's not the point. We're just brainstorming. Eventually, I'll start playing with some structure. Maybe that's thinking about a beginning, middle, and end, but it might also just be a list of locations or monsters or NPCs. From there, I'll start working on a 3-act structure. And somewhere along the way, I switch from scribbling things down in my notebook to creating a new project folder in Google Docs with a new document file titled Notes. Into that file goes everything I think worth keeping from the notebook. But now we're getting ahead of ourselves. Let me show you my notebook. Here is the first reference to the guide. Let's take a look. Okay, here we are with the notebook. Let's open it up. And here we can see right beneath Ice Base Windigo and sign up for ChaosiumCon, which was very fun, by the way. Our list of projects has Guide to Carcosa. That's it. It's one of a whole bunch of ideas. Some of which may see fruition, some of which may not, but hopefully the Carcosa guide is going to be one that is. So let us now take a look at the idea bank. Alright. Now usually I would have written out idea bank, but apparently I was feeling lazy. Nevertheless, here are just a whole bunch of different ideas, and we can see that we've got things like finding out who you are, a solo game that plays out differently depending on the character's choices. Most obviously, Carcosa equals Silent Hill. Big inspiration there, obviously. Then we have some structure, at least some possible structure, right? 3 characters that can be met and interacted with. Some idea that if those characters are wearing a mask, they'll attack you. Okay, we'll see if that's an idea that gets developed further. A good sensitivity note. What is trauma I can speak to? So trauma is going to be a big part of this game, different types of trauma. So what have I experienced that I feel like I can speak to? Well, anxiety, depression, personally my own struggles, alcoholism, a struggle of my brother-in-law, about which I will speak further in a separate video, divorce, loss of pets, isolation, foreign alienation, lots of really cheerful ideas for us to bake into the guide. We'll see again how many of those actually make it. But let's move over to this later page for now. And you can see that I am thinking more about structure, specifically using scenes to form the structure of the book. So not unlike Heinrich's Call of Cthulhu Guide to Character Creation, with different chapters for things like exploring other dimensions, here we're going to have different chapters that have rooms or people in them that you'll meet. So, for example, we have arriving in Carcosa at the beginning, and then facing a court dancer, kind of monster. We have just a stand-in, location, person, puzzle. And that's it. That's going to get us going. We have to fill in all of these blanks, obviously, but that's the beginning of our idea. Again, we're still brainstorming here, so we're thinking about other kinds of structure. Could we use the hero's journey, for example, to structure our exploration of Carcosa? Is there some methodology to how we want to structure a character's playthrough? We've got 3 possible outcomes here: escape, embrace, extinction. I'm a big fan of alliteration, so that's what you're seeing there. And then, we might come back and we might have more and more notes that we just fill in. So we have, look, different methods of entering Carcosa, maybe, by drowning or swimming, wandering or running, sleeping or going unconscious, presumably depending on what happens at the truck stop or the rest stop or the campground. And then we have other ideas that I just wanted to share here because this is a creepy one. So apparently somewhere in Carcosa we have an idea. There is going to be a weeping woman. And stopping for her, to help her perhaps, always gets you punished. Probably killed. Maybe on the 20th time, as in the 20th time you stop to help her, she says, I don't hate you, simply am what I am. Well, we'll see if that idea makes it into the guide. Well, those are the notes. That's what we've got so far. And next time, we will take a look at what our Google Docs notes document looks like. Probably a lot of the same ideas, but we'll see if any of them have fallen by the wayside or if maybe some new ones have been added. I hope you'll join me, but until then, stay tuned for more.